All right, and we're back. We've covered lines, we've colored polylines. We're now going to draw circles. Now for circles, the Windows shortcut command for a circle is C and the spacebar. And the very easiest way to create a circle is going to be by first establishing the center of the circle, left click, and then drag to establish a radius. Left click again. Alternately, type C to start my circle again, and I'm going to come over here just so it's clear. I can also key in a radius, push return, or push a spacebar. Okay, that's the first circle. Now you notice we have this little drop down right here. There's more than one way to create a circle. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. So I can create a circle by establishing the radius. I can also create a circle by establishing its diameter. And once again, I will be clicking the center point of the circle. You can see that in the command prompt. Click the circle, the center of the circle, but you'll notice because I'm keying in the diameter that the size of the circle is only half of the distance away from my cursor. You guys remember the radius is 1/2 the diameter. And so if I'm establishing the diameter from the center point, then I have to move my cursor twice as far away to establish a radius. But the distance that I can actually key in, you'll notice, is actually displaying the diameter of the circle. I can key in a value of 9.25 if I want to. And there we are. Come back over here, circle, and click a 2-point circle, which will allow you to select any 2 opposing points on the diameter. And just like in last time, yes, I can give it a specific distance, 9.25. Now at this point I can push return, or I can hold and push my tab key, push and release, and this allows me to change the angle of that diameter. You might need to have that kind of specificity in what you're doing. It just depends on the nature of the project that you're working on. But now that my distance has been locked, I can even left click to establish this angle. And that type of distance and angle, you'll see your crosshairs and your coordinates reading this type of information anytime you draw something or almost anytime you modify something. Another option to draw a circle is a 3-point circle. Now, a 3-point circle will not allow you to establish a radius point. A 3-point circle will allow you to establish any 3 points on the circumference of the circle, which means the only value that you don't get to specify is the radius, because you're only selecting the circumference points. Now, let's say I wanted to draw a circle inside this other circle, and I want them to be, concentric. I'm going to come back up, a simple radius point. As you move your mouse over into the center of the circle, you'll notice that little center icon pops up, and you can left click and you're automatically snapped into the center of that circle. And this particular distance was 4.6, that's 4 5/8, 4.625. Let's make this one 3.5. So we've drawn concentric circles. There's another way to get to that, and we'll be discussing that in a future video because it's over here in this modify panel, and that's the next series of videos. Okay. Unfortunately, you can't make a concentric circle when using either a 3-point circle, a 2-point circle, tangent, tangent, radius, or tangent, tangent, tangent. And these last 2 options I'll cover now. The reason is you can only draw a concentric circle when you specify the center point of the circle. And just like all the other icons, if you hold your mouse over the icon and don't click anything, you will get a the super quick, easy button version of how to make the command work. So tangent, tangent, radius. Now there are a few cases where you can specify 2 points and a radius, and it will automatically draw a circle. There's some basics of geometry if you guys remember that. Sometimes you need to create circles this way. The other option is a tangent, tangent, tangent. Under these circumstances, you cannot specify a radius, because just as in a 3-point circle, well, you're still establishing 3 points along the circumference, which geometrically speaking, there's only one circle that will fit that, and once you specify the points on the circumference, you cannot specify a radius. That's just how the math lines up. So that's circles. There you go.